In the case of individuals saying or doing dumb things on the internet, these people are represented by two separate but equally important groups. The morons that blindly white knight for them, and those that call both of them out for their retardation. These are their stories.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Hateful Show. I am the big bad drama man, Hateful Tate. Doxers rise up and shitpost your whole family. Apologies for my absence, so to make it up we're going to have a 3-story special to make up for lost time, all of which has been happening over the past week. Today we'll be signal boosting a recently alleged outed pedophile by the name of KingGetEm, Discord's publishing of its transparency report, and BroNYCon's founder speaking out about the news of a recently exposed pedophile, Grizzly the Medic. Let's begin. My, how this list has grown, and spoiler alert, it's not going to stop getting any longer. Our story begins with a brony named Ruza, a member within the community who has been instrumental in exposing pedophiles, has done it again. On August 10th of this year, an individual by the name of KingGetEm, a 25-year-old, was exposed for ERPing with a 15-year-old using an alternate account. Now, while there is a confirmation provided in a screenshot of his Facebook profile, and one made by the minor in question, there would still need to be proof that this minor was aware she was ERPing with someone much older than her in this situation. However, he did admit to taking into an action about an unspecified screenshot that he refers to as a joke. His friends are shown banning Ruza from a server King was in, keeping him from finding more relevant information. If you want more logs and details, join Ruza's Discord and follow him on Twitter. If you are a victim of a similar situation, I would recommend coming to him, Leo Convoy Reviews, Patchwork Heart, or myself. Well, boys and girls, after much prayer and patience, Discord has finally released its quarterly transparency report way past the halfway mark of this year. Good job, guys. Hopefully you can get that second one out to make up for the 4 months of delay it took for your team to get this out. Probably not. Now, as I've said before in my series Discord Transparency, a transparency report is a public record of a platform's statistical data. On the subject of that series, I will be continuing this in a monthly basis, either on the last week of that month or the first week of the following one. Back to the Medium article in question, it consists of 4 graphs divided into 11 categories between the months of January and April. They go as followed: reports received, reports on these categories acted upon, users and servers banned for said categories. The reports are filed under the following: harassment, threatening behavior, hack/cheats, doxing, malware, exploitive content, NSFW, self-harming, raiding, spamming, and other. A total of 52,400 reports were filed over this time span. Exploitive content follows under the posting of banned sexual content such as revenge porn, lolicon, shotacon, cub, and minors having access to inappropriate content. So this will be the one we'll be paying the most attention to. Reports filed under other, which can mean unspecified or multiple violations of Discord's terms of service, was the highest, over 12,000 reports, making up almost a quarter, and malware being the lowest at only 1.5% with 786 filed. Exploitive content falls under the 6th highest number of reports filed. Moving on to the number of reports acted upon, the first thing you will notice is that the other category isn't listed. I don't know why for the life of me it wasn't included, but a very interesting scenario came up when I rolled down the paragraph below. If you report someone you're friends with having claimed to plan on taking their own life in the device of ending that friendship, and the team involved finds out that they're still active and chatting with other people, they cannot tell you because that's a breach of their privacy. I honestly don't know what's worse here: Discord admitting they value the privacy of their users over the anxiety of said situation it would cause them, or that this was their friend's best way of saying, "Fuck you, I want to have nothing to do with you." That flame war is all up to you. Have fun with that. Another thing you have, or will notice later on, is that they're not divided up by months, that they're covered, which would help paint a trend over this period of time if these reports reach a level of growth, decay, or equilibrium. Calculating the percentages from the second graph from the first shows that spamming is the highest percentage of reports taken action, and NSFW content having the highest number of reports acted on. Self-harm has both the lowest number and percentage of reports taken action on. Explicit content is the 3rd lowest number of reports taken action, with the 2nd lowest percentage. Moving on to the banning of users, spam was the highest accounted for with over 112,000 bans, which is 50 times higher than the actual number of reports made. This is due to Discord's removing over 100,000 spam bots from their platform. Ban evasions was the lowest at 22. Exploitive content was the 2nd highest category of users banned, over 10,000, which is exceeding 15 times higher than the reports acted upon. This is due to Discord's updating terms of service and as well as the use of detection software in a Microsoft program called PhotoDNA. Links in the description. Lastly, we have server bans. Hacks/cheats were the highest, nearing 2,500, just a bit lower than the number of reports acted upon. Malicious links being the lowest at only 5. Exploitive content just at over 700. Our last story is about our pedo-curious BroNYCon staff security Grizzly the medic. This story landed after BroNYCon on the night of August 11th, 2019. A brony by the name of Joshua Vita held a stream talking about the happenings of said event. At 1920, the individual in question was brought up. It was revealed that Grizzly engaged in sexual roleplay with a minor by the name of Mintheart back in September of last year. But not only that, he was sexually harassing 3 other minors. Now, if you know anything about BC, you'll know that it's a textbook definition of a contradiction. It's touted as a family-friendly safe space while at the same time avoiding drama. Now imagine the surprise that once this was brought to the forefront via Leo Convoy, it was dismissed because it was considered as drama. Patchwork made a video on this topic followed by Leo Convoy reviews. This was also signal boosted by FNGR on a stream where he read off the logs between Grizzly and his victims and another video about BC's inaction towards this situation. This is where Purple Tinker, the founder of the convention, comes in. He voices his sympathy for the victims and displeasure towards his successors. He is willing to share any relevant information on Grizzly and provide monetary compensation in the form of a scholarship for the victims and any more coming forward. I asked Tinker or any other potential victims to share what they've got to Leo Convoy or Patchwork Hark before considering this step. I'd also like to press this issue to anyone underage to look out for warning signs like people asking your aid, making sexual remarks, flirtatious advances, or asking for pictures to block them and send these logs to someone like the previously mentioned people at the earliest convenience. Steps will be taken to make yourself anonymous, inform the community, and to have this individual reported to the proper authorities. I ask that you subscribe and follow these people on social media to stay aware of these cretins, to better support public awareness and to reach out to them. Thank you and stay hateful, everyone.